Mimmi again from C-Mimmi-O, and welcome back to the channel. Today's topic is something I'm very passionate about. It's about combining human strategy with AI's speed and scalability. We all know that our artificial intelligence is already everywhere. Every week there's someone claiming that AI will replace marketers, copywriters, agencies, entire marketing departments. But I've been working now with AI for way over a year, and every single day I run across strategy, content creation, and marketing operations. It leads me to a different conclusion. It's not about replacing the people working. If you really want to be successful, you are combining this human expertise and experience with the artificial intelligence. So if you are in B2B marketing, communications, or sales, I think there's a shift with this that can give you the biggest competitive advantage over the next few years if you are in taking it up in good timing and also applied correctly. Let's start about thinking about our own content consumption when we are doing B2B purchases. We're reading articles, watching YouTube, we scroll LinkedIn, we listen to podcasts, and we're receiving like millions of newsletters. And this isn't even if we're buying, but it's just constantly this constant flow coming towards us. It's just the amount of content that is produced today is far exceeding anything that we've seen before. The sad truth, though, is that quantity really doesn't equal quality. A lot of the content nowadays looks almost identical. It follows pretty much the same structure, uses the same language, makes the same promises. And I think that comes from companies are simply asking AI to generate content instead of helping them build better ideas. And also the language part is that even if you use your own tone of voice and your wording, it still collects the data from the same sources, and that picks up certain terms as well. So to me, AI's opportunity actually lies in that it can really amplify the great marketers that have the human creativity, empathy, they have strategic minds, and they now can be combining that to machine speed, like this machine scalability and analysis. Together, I think that it can form this powerful tool that's more than the parts separate. B2B buyer today is like a bit different from a few years ago. We all know that in B2B, buying decisions have always involved like these larger committees. There are more stakeholders, there's a lot more research done, and there's a lot of independent evaluation completed way before anyone ever contacts sales. And in the same time, all of your competitors are publishing blogs, videos, podcasts, and LinkedIn posts every single day. It is really harder to stand out nowadays. And adding more and more content isn't really solving that problem. It's about creating better narratives. So, and the better narrative always starts with strategy instead of the technology. Let's compare the human strengths to AI strengths. I think there's a big misconception thinking about AI that it should do everything. And I don't think it should. I think as people, we should still own the areas where the context matters most. It's about understanding emotions, reading between the lines, knowing customers personally, and creating this original positioning. And based on that, we can make strategic decisions and build trust. AI, on the other hand, excels a bit differently. It can process enormous amounts of information. It can identify patterns, create variations like really rapidly, summarize research. It can repurpose your content, optimize the formatting, and neither one of these parts are complete alone. But together they can really create a system that is both efficient and genuinely human. But you do have to remember that strategy needs to come before any prompts. It's something that is kind of consistent, that companies are opening ChatGPT before they have clarified their own positioning. If you don't know your own message, AI is not going to discover it for you. Before creating any content, you need to define your brand voice, your messaging pillars, your audience's pain, their buying journey, your differentiators. And once you have that ready, then AI can enter the workflow, because it cannot replace the strategy part, but it can amplify whatever strategy you already have. If that strategy is weak, AI will just scale weak content but faster. So I think that this strategic prompting can really change the course. If you have a clear strategy, the next step is communicating that strategy effectively to AI. And this is another place where teams sometimes struggle. They ask AI questions like, write me a blog about cybersecurity. And of course, that's going to lead into a very generic output. AI doesn't know who you're talking to. It doesn't know your positioning. It doesn't know your competitive advantage. Let's compare it to a more strategic type of prompt. Please write for CISOs in mid-sized financial companies. They're struggling with compliance, complexity, limited security resources, and upcoming regulations. Position our company as a trusted advisor rather than a vendor. Use a consultative tone and include practical evaluation criteria. That's an entirely different discussion and conversation. The more context you provide, the better the AI performs. You should think about AI less as this generic search engine and more as a new team member. The more you brief it, the better it works. And the old saying, sh in, sh out. And always remember to ask for sources and links for the data it has gathered, because then you can also do a little bit of work on the background, checking that it's not collected the data from sources that really are not trustworthy. I think you should start building content ecosystems instead of just these individual pieces. And that's something that I feel that I like about AI, is this content repurposing. If you create a brilliant article, you shouldn't stop there. You should start creating this strategic narrative, and then from there start using that as a base for a lot of different content. Just from one single story, you can create a LinkedIn article, a carousel, YouTube video, shorts, Instagram reels, newsletters, sales enablement materials, customer emails, webinar presentations, and even podcast talking points. Suddenly this one idea becomes 20 assets. And it's not about producing more content, it's keeping the piece aligned around the same strategic message. That's where the human oversight becomes really essential. AI can write, but you as a person need to refine it. AI it's really good at producing these first drafts, but they should never be the final ones. The strongest marketing teams have a review process. First, does this support our positioning? Does this sound like us? Will this help our audience? And if those questions are answered, then the content can be published, because trust is still earned via human contact, not algorithms. As this AI is now really a part of our daily work in marketing, you also need to make sure that governance is just as important as creativity. Your team should have guidance for your brand voice, approved messaging, legal claims, data privacy, compliance, review workflows, and AI can make the marketing faster, but it should never increase business risk. So build these guardrails early, and that allows your team to scale confidently while maintaining really good quality. And in the measuring phase, keep in mind quality over quantity. Make sure that you ask that, are people actually reading our content? How long are they staying? Are they downloading our resources? Are they booking meetings? Are they entering the sales pipeline? Eventually, every piece of content should connect to a business impact. When content contributes to revenue, marketing stops being viewed as a cost center and it becomes a growth engine. I think in the end, the thing to take away is that the winning companies will build the strongest human AI partnerships with human creativity, human judgment, human relationships, and then combine that with AI's incredible speed and scalability. The most important question is, how can AI help my team create better marketing than ever before? It's because the future will be human plus AI. And if you found this video useful, give it a like, subscribe to my weekly B2B marketing and AI strategy content and vibe coding stuff. And if you want to dive deeper, I wrote a blog post about the topic of today's video. The link is in the description. Yeah, that's all for me now. Bye.